Chismoso Bear nga pala, chismoso ng crypto since 2017 bull run and have been documenting my journey since 2021 at may bagong mission na gawing 100k ang 10k ng may buong puso at kadwa.
Ayun. Isang malaking awesome and thank you so much guys. Maraming salamat sa inyong pasensya. Pasensya na rin. Okay, big shoutouts kay Yahuwah. Pinipigilan tayo mag-live. And guys, big shoutout sa inyo. And please do like and share, subscribe. Okay, kung nandyan kayo sa ating chat, please huwag niyong kakalimutan mag-share na rin. Okay, mag-comment kayo ng number 28 kung nandiyan kayo sa live. Comment 28 or awesome. And okay. So, kamusta ang inyong live? Ang inyong mga live? Wala, ayaw. Ano nangyayari dito? Kamusta guys? Wala. Walang magsasagot na, okay lang naman sir Oso. Okay lang naman yung ano ko, trade ko, salamat. Or kasalanan mo to. Kasalanan mo to, natalo ko. Walang gano'n guys. Okay lang, sisihin niyo ako guys. Pero sisihin niyo rin ako pag tama ako, syempre. Guys, wala pa rin nagla-like, nagsishare, nagsasubscribe guys. Iilan na kayo dyan? Wala man nang nagla-like. Guys, mag-like na kayo. Okay, kung natalo kayo, di pasensya. Kung nanalo kayo, okay, ibigay nyo kay Yahuwah. Hindi sa akin yan guys. Okay? Alright. So, guys, maraming tayong pag-uusapan ngayon. Napaka-importante. Okay, so kahapon, dami kong pinagsasabi sa Discord para akong sinapian ni Yahuwah. Okay. So, nabigyan ako ng maraming discernment kahapon about sa pricing ng BTC by just looking at specific confluences, pati mga information na hindi natin makikita sa internet. So, kahapon, okay, nagpakawala na ako ng mga malulupit na granada at mga bomba. Okay, so inilagay ko na agad dito yung mga bookmarks ng tingin ko. Ito yung mga naging shot calls ko when I was calling for 121 at nire-ridicule pa tayo na umasa daw ako na top na daw yon. Bubulwak na daw yun sa 128, bubulwak na daw yun sa 130. Hindi ako naniwala. So, although pumasok siya sa 123, it was funny because it's a kabala number. Pinaulit-ulit ko na yun sa inyo guys. So, I called for 104k bottom. Nangyari yun. Nag-103 pa nga ng 800 sa may index, price index. So, I would not say guys na sasabihin ko sa inyo, hilamos ko sa inyo na tama ako. Here we go again. I don't like that. Okay, kasi kung hindi rin ako kumita sa mga shot calls ko, huwag na lang. Okay? And kung hindi rin kayo kumita, okay, sa mga shot calls ko, 'di ba? Parang nakakalungkot lang din. At wala akong pinagkaiba dun sa mga tao na nagsi-celebrate na may nawalan ng pera. Okay? So this is the reason why I want you guys to be consistent. Okay? So if you're consistent here and also the chismoso, you'll be able to, okay, ride those shot calls. Kung nandito kayo sa Discord natin, makikita nyo rin. Okay, so now I'm now declaring that this is the first bottom. This is very risky guys, okay, pero shinare ko pa rin publicly. Okay, I really didn't want to share this publicly, pero sabi ko, why would I stop myself from sharing this publicly? Okay, because takot ba ako magkamali? Takot ba ako maging mali sa mga mata nyo? So I said, okay, I don't care. Share ko na lang. Okay. Not because gusto ko sundin nyo yung ginagawa ko, kundi I was really hoping that there will be someone na magsi-step up na hindi, Sir Oso, mali ka. Ito yung data, ito yung document ko, papakita ko sa ito yung mga nahanap ko. Okay? So guys, kung hindi pa kayo nakakapag-subscribe, please mag-like and share, subscribe na kayo. Okay? And ako nga pala si Ose Bear, na I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins and losses dito sa cryptocurrency since 2021. And I've been trying to, navigate the price of BTC, and many people are saying that we are already top the market since July. We were there, sinabi ko rin naman na nasa top na tayo, pero it seems like everything is refreshing again. Okay? So, ipapakita ko yung mga data na yan sa inyo at iilang mga news na pambulag. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabi na this is the bottom already. Kung magbabasa kayo maigi at hindi kayo nagmamadali, okay, mukha kayo kasing mukha na kayong shorts. Yung parang mga shorts video. So, ang sinasabi ko dito guys, okay, huwag kayo masanay sa mga shorts video. Okay, kasi gusto ko i-explain sa inyo ng sobrang inam so that you'll be able to really navigate the market on your own terms or on your own eyes. Okay, kasi ito, yung sa akin, opinion ko lang to. Okay, and this is how I just did all research. So kahapon 107,300 siya. Sinabi ko na the market is gonna pump and we might be actually at the bottom, and it will be a bold move for me to say this. Okay, everyone is saying like no, tapos na yung Bitcoin. Even Andrew Tate is saying na we'll be crashing back to 30k violently, etc. Blah blah blah. That this market is going to be violent, etc. Parang ganun. So, it's not just entertain, mga fake gurus, mga kakapasok lang sa cryptocurrency, namin na sinasabi. So, I really don't know what's going on with the cryptocurrency space. It's very saddening, of course. Big shoutouts kay Lons. Big shoutouts nga pala sa mga Meraki members na nag-renew ng kanilang services at patuloy na nagtitiwala. Okay. Kahit ang dami nating risky assets na hindi nagpaldo. Katulad last time nung may isa doon na in-expect niya magpapaldo na yun ay magpapaldo. So, nag-down na 50%. Pero, na-skip niya yung mga ibang assets na hindi niya nasakyan, of course. Okay, this is the reason why you have to really be consistent with Meraki. If you're gonna go inside Meraki, of course, okay, you'll be able to discern the things that I buy na oh, okay, probably this is high risk. Okay, I got so carried away sa ibang channel ko siya na post, hindi sa high risk assets. Okay, hindi ko napansin na nasa public pala siya. So, ang nangyari is napunta siya sa gem assets. Okay, so that's my mistake. It's very fine. Okay, I'm not gonna blame anyone. Okay, it's on me, totally me. Okay, pero guys, kamusta ang mga trades nyo? Gusto ko malaman, okay, what happened to you guys during weekends? Okay, so kung wins kayo, that's good. If you did not trade, that's good as well, because that's Shabbat. You don't trade on Shabbat, of course. What I want you guys to do is to be more focused on that is important. Mga bagay na kahit mawala ang crypto, ay mawala ang mga bagay-bagay sa mundo, hindi mawawala ang mga bagay na ito. Nagigets nyo? Which is family, of course, in Diyos. Diba? So, ngayon guys, okay, huwag kayong maguluhan sa mga bago nating indicators. May mga tinetest akong indicators which is hindi na to bago. Mga lumang indicators na to na lagi kong ginagamit. Okay? So, ngayon, nakafocus ako sa pagbabasa ng XAUT o ng gold, okay, sa pamamagitan ng pagdikit ng Bitcoin. Okay, so may mga wag kayong ma-amaze sa mga indicators. This is just my old indicators na pinaganda ko lang ang itsura sa PineScript. So you don't have to like really be amazed and mapapasubscribe kayo tapos mapapabili kayo ng subscription ko tapos sabihin nyo hindi naman pala ito yung laman ng etc. Hindi talaga ito yung laman. Okay? Ang laman ng Meraki is all about documents. Okay? Mga high risk. Okay, hindi siya hindi ito yung mga documents na hindi ko ma-share publicly kasi mami-misinterpret. And iisipin nila na ito yung magpapabago ng buhay nila in a different context. Okay? Kung tingin nyo, pera ang magpapabago ng buhay nyo guys. Okay? Pera is just going to amplify what you are already. Okay, kung siraulo ka ngayon, bigyan kita ng 1 milyon, magiging 1 milyong siraulo ka. Ganun lang yun. At kung mabait ka, okay, 1 milyong mabait ka, ganun yung mangyayari sa'yo. Tandaan nyo yan, guys. Okay, so that is the reason why, okay, I want to clarify what Meraki is. It is just to amplify you guys because my documents are there to build more, okay, to build your vessel. Okay, not to like empty your vessel because it's gonna be your decision. Whatever is outside, I'm just there to point it out. Okay, and especially we're in cryptocurrency, I want to give you additional information of what's really going on in cryptocurrency, things that you cannot find in the internet. So now we are here in the XAUT or Bitcoin/gold. Okay, so nung kamakailan, okay, nandito tayo noon. Pinipredict ko na yung ating XAUT or yung gold natin will be dropping one more time. One last time, sabi ko, one more drop. Okay, so saan yun? Nasa Discord din po namin yun. Okay, so sa mga nagdududa, sinasabi na, hindi, Sir Oso, wala kasi namin ganyan. Wala akong sinabi ganyan sa live. Kasi tapos ko na sabihin yon sa live, ay tapos ko na sabihin dito, at nasabi ko na dito, bago ko sinabi sa live. At nangyari na yun nasa live bago pa nangyari talaga yung actual move. So ito yun. Nasa 26.17 tayo. Okay, at ngayon nangyari na siya. Okay, so 27.16 dito. Tapos biglang nag-drop. So we successfully predicted it by just looking at patterns and also volume aggregated here. Okay, so it means I'm expecting that the market will not be able to surpass this POC or point of confluence. So now, what is my point? Is because I'm looking at the point where the Bitcoin is going to be confident to pump really when everyone is busy on looking at different things. Okay, so when they are very different, pag sobrang busy nila sa paglulook ng price sa bottom, that might be the potential bottom already. Okay, so katulad na sinasabi ko sa inyo dito na nagkakamali ako ng pag-track ng bottom pag ang nangyayari is meron tayong double bottom situation. So katulad nito, pwede kong tawagin na bottom to at nangyayari is isa pang drop here which is a higher low. Okay, so same thing here. Dito, pag tinignan natin sa mga iba't ibang indicator at on-chain data na mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo, ang nangyayari is nagpapakita siya as bottom pero may isa pang bottom which is a double bottom situation. Marami magpipilosopo dito na double bottom mo yan, mukha naman double bottom, oo nga no, etc. So pwede kayo mag-joke, pahala kayo sa buhay nyo. Okay, pero sa akin, okay, by looking at and using fundamentals, okay, na dito ko siya nababasa na okay, na it is very good to buy Bitcoin or to DCA already Bitcoin. Okay? At never ko i-advise sa inyo na taunan nyo yung pinaka-bottom. Okay? Sira ulo yun. Guys, maniwala kayo sa akin na wala pa akong nakitang pinakamagaling or sabihin natin marunong talaga sa cryptocurrency na sasabihin dito ka bumili. Okay, because you will never be able to know that this is the bottom. Whenever you see bottoms, you always say, hindi bababa pa yan, hindi bababa pa yan. Maniwala kayo sa akin, hindi. Diba? So, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so this is when we execute a DCA. Diba? So, DCA in tayo. Hindi ako yung magsasabi sa inyo, hindi, bottom. Okay. Masarap masabi na, nga no, Sir Oso, tamang-tama yung pagkasabi mo ng bottom, etc. Pero the question is, were you able to buy? No. Diba? Yun yung nakakatawa doon. Okay. At mahirap magsabi na, hindi, ito na yung bottom. Tapos sasabihin ko sa inyo na, huwag mo na kayo bumili, pero ito na yung bottom. Diba? Nakakaloko yun. Okay. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo lang na pabaguhin ko yung strategy natin. Kung sanay kayo na si Sir Oso ang galing, na dito, si Sir Oso na call niya itong bottom na to. Tapos dito nag-call ulit siya. Tapos nag-call pa siya dito ng last bottom. Hindi, aagahan ko. Okay, kasi we are at the mercy of whom? The institutional. Okay, so the institutional people are going to mess us up. at at multiple times, at multiple ways. Okay, papasakitan nila tayo before they really go and inject the market with a lot of money. Okay, so mamaya explain ko rin sa inyo to with a news and why I'm very sure about this proof. Okay, so ngayon, ang nakikita natin, it seems like the BTC is already trying to gain momentum, which is very dangerous. Ito lang ako pwede magkamali, guys. Okay, tama ako sa MACD, sa liquidity flow. Tama din tayo sa aggregated volume na sinasabi ng market natin na, we might be. Okay, kasi nung isang araw, bago tayo nag-day off, no, sinasabi ko na babalik tayo dito. May hirapan tayo sa 110, that's true. Nahirapan naman tayo, sumundot lang tayo ng 111. Hindi ito nagtagal ng 4 hours. Bumalik na agad tayo sa 110. So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, if magtagal tayo dito at tayo makapasok sa 112, ito na ngayon, mangyayari ulit to. Okay, so ito na yung sinabi ko sa inyo, nangyari na siya, nangyari na to, ito naman yung mangyayari. Which is, we need to be supported, we need to get the strong support sa 150 moving average. Okay, so huwag kayo maduling dito sa mga nag-glow-glow na yan, huwag kayo ma-amaze, it's just my edit on Define Script, huwag kayo ma-amaze, okay? Walang pinagkaiba yan sa moving average. Moving average lang din yan. Okay? So, ngayon, ito yung sasabihin ko na sa inyo. Okay? This is very important. Okay? I can be ultimately correct, then you'll make money. Or I can be ultimately wrong, then you will lose a lot of money if you purely, rely on me and base all your truth to me. Okay? So, yun yung mangyayari lang sa inyo. Okay, so you have to really choose. So I want you guys to have your own research. Okay, wag kayo magpadalos-dalos sa paniniwala sa akin, guys. Okay, ako tutulayin ko lang kayo sa mga iba't ibang ideas kasi mamaya nalolos na kayo. Sa akin, gusto ko lang mahanap nyo yung punto ng simulan ninyo. Kasi mamaya, 'di ba, ang daming noise sa market and you chose to listen here. Okay, if you listen here, you consistently listen here. Okay, kasi ang nangyari, pag naniwala kayo dito kasi nangyari, si Sir Oso narinig ko sa tropa ko, tamang-tama yung mga top calls niya. Tapos narinig ko din sinabi ni Kirk Anderlau, tropa ko si Kirk Anderlau, nag-call out yun dito na bottom na, etc. Diba? Na-call niya na dito na yung bottom. Galing talaga ng Sir Oso. Tapos ngayon pumasok ka. Hindi ka pa naman consistent dito. Ngayon ka pa lang makikinig. Di mali ako ngayon. Nagkataon. Paano naman yun? Yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. You have to be really consistent here. If you're gonna listen here, you consistent listen here. Do not go to different same kind of way reading the market. So kunyari ako pure on sentiment, tapos lilipat ka ng isa pang pure on sentiment, tapos contrast kami. Pasayangin mo yung oras mo. Kasi wala ka nang papakinggan, neither sa amin. Kahit magkaiba kami ng sinasabi, wala ka nang papakinggan. Yun yung magiging system mo. I-shortcut na kita. Kasi nanggaling na ako dyan. 2017, ganyan ang ginawa ko. Okay. Nakikinig ako kay Emperor BTC, nakikinig ako kay Kaleo, nakikinig ako kay Benjamin Cohen, tapos nakikinig pa ako kay... Alam mo yan, ang dami kong pinapakinggan. Pero, ang dami kong pinapakinggan, pero iisa lang yung nila, yung how they weigh, yung forte nila. So sabi natin technical analysis kasi sila eh. Lahat sila pinapakinggan ko. In the end of the day, wala na ako pinakinggan sa kanila. Gets nyo? Sinayang ko lang yung oras kayong panonood ko, etc. etc. Okay? So, when we listen to mga influencers, or since hindi kayo nagbabasa, sabihin natin you don't want to read, okay? Nakikinig sa mga influencers. You need to listen at least one only. Okay? One only at that specific forte. Kunyari on-chain. Okay, sige on-chain. Sino ba papakinggan natin? Diba? Okay, long term. Sino papakinggan natin? Warren Buffett. Stick lang kayo doon. Huwag kayong magpapalit-palit. Serve one master. Okay? Then, never outshine that master. You rise with that master. Pag mo siyang sabihin natin, si Sir Oso ganito ginawa. Mas gagalingan ko sa kanya para mahigitan ko siya. Huwag ganon. Ang gawin mo, okay, is you rise with that master. Sabihin natin, Warren Buffett. Diba? Si Warren Buffett, ang galing niya sa long term. Timing the market talaga to. Kasi matagal na siya sa market eh. Gets niyo? Okay. So why am I telling you this, guys? Okay. Most oftenly, the base foundation, yung basics or yung base ng foundation kung paano kayo naging trader or naging investor or whatever kind of trader you are, kung bakit tayo nagkakamali is because we don't consistently practice one thing. You have to focus on one basket, guys. Okay, focus on one basket. Okay, do not diversify if you haven't built an empire. Build one empire first, then that's the time you diversify. You have to have at least a strong foundation na pag nag-collapse yung mga baskets na yon, may isa kang basket na malakas na hindi na kayang ibagin. Hindi ka pa pwedeng technical analysis kayo. Tapos mamaya ganito, tapos mamaya ganyan, tapos ganito, ganyan. Bago ko natuto mag-technical analysis, magaling akong chismoso. Alam ko mag-discern ng sinungaling. Alam ko mag-discern ng marunong na influencer na copy-paste lang din siya sa ibang influencer daw nagpaparinig. Sinasabi ko lang na nakikinig lang din siya sa ibang influencer tapos iibahin niya yung salita. Alam mo yun? Diba? Okay lang yung may teleprompter, okay lang yung may ganun. Pero yung kinuha mo pa siya sa iba, tapos babasahin mo, tapos magaling kang actor, mahirap yun, guys. Yun yung inaral ko. How to discern these people. Pinagdasal ko yun. Sabi ko, pahingi ako ng discernment. Na I was able to discern. Di ko na malaya na basa ako ng mga chismis, basa ako ng mga chismis na hindi nakikita sa internet. Puro usapan lang sa alam mo yun, sa forums, etc. Doon ako nakapasok sa XMR. Doon ako nakapasok sa ganito. Then I was able to really build a strong empire of chismoso. Then that's the reason why we have also the chismoso. It's because of that empire. Doon tayo magbardalugan. Di mo ako kayang ipagin doon. Kumbaga, parang ganun. Kumbaga ako, boy, abunda ako ng crypto. Parang ganun. Okay. So that was built by Yahuwah, no? Hindi lang ako, basta ako lang yun. Hiningi ko yun, guys. And I'm just trying to take care of it. Anytime, pwede yung mawala sa akin. So yun yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, guys. Okay, hindi kayo pwede mag-technical analysis tapos lilipat ka sa fundamentals tapos magiging psychometrician ka ng cryptocurrency. No, you cannot do that, guys. Okay? So ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Dun sa sa Bitcoin dominance natin, guys. Okay, it seems like it's trying to really manipulate the market, no? So matatagalan pa tayo dito. This is very true. Bakit? Kasi nandun tayo sa Cold War ng finance, ng traditional finance. If hindi nyo pa rin nahalata yun, okay, we will have this mini bull runs, okay, and the massive bull run will come by 2026, okay. Pero yung mini bull runs natin, it will come and go. Mabilis siya, come and go. So, dapat mabilis din kayo bumitaw sa mga assets na sabihin natin ang tagal nyo ng hawak tapos hindi pa rin kumikilos. Tapos ngayon finally kumilos. Okay, tapos wala naman siya fundamental reason bakit umaangat. So, that's very, very dangerous. Okay. So, etong chart natin na to, if you remember, this has been created noong July. Noong July pa natin itong ginawa kasi we are sensing that the market is already topping, no? Yan, totoo, mga bago lang dito, mga mahilig ng magsalita ng hindi maganda. Ayan, Kitty Vlogs, etc. Awesome. Yan. Guys, keep commenting if you have questions so that I'll be able to answer it, okay? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Sa Bitcoin dominance, you know it already. If the Bitcoin dominance, and we hope that the price to go up pag BTC, okay, we will, of course, see altcoin season. That's very easy. But we really have to see Ethereum first, okay? So, kung maalala nyo din, guys, I was here when Ethereum was here. Okay, I gave you Ethereum at 2,400, but moreover, I gave you Ethereum at 1,700. Okay, nasa trading view yan, hindi nyo pwedeng dayain yan. Kahit dito sa 1,400, binigay ko siya. Okay, pero inactionan ko lang yun nung 1,600 kasi hindi ako nakapag-cash in. Okay, so ano yung pinaglalaban natin? Bakit natin pinag-uusapan yung Ethereum? Because hindi naman po pwede na ganun nga, altcoin season, pero yung Ethereum natin is not playing really well because may tinatawag na tayong Ethereum dominance. Okay. This is a very critical component too for altcoin season. Nevertheless, meron tayong Solana, no? Nevertheless, meron tayong iba pang mga chains na talagang malakas na masasabi natin. Sabi natin hyperliquid, diba? Pag derivatives, hyperliquid. Until now, they still hold it. Unless Binance, okay, will take over. Pero I really don't think so. Okay, because if we go back to Binance, mangyayari is we're just giving it back to the corporate or the institutional. Because finally, we were able to really control what's ours, kumbaga. So hyperliquid is saying the same the same thing na, oh, okay, if you want to really control what's yours, then why not trade in a derivatives na sayo? Kumbaga, parang ganun yung sinasabi niya na hindi siya fully decentralized, okay? Because hyperliquid is still has the power to opt out yung mga trades mo. Okay, pwede niya i-stop yung trades mo, lalo na kung suspicious yung trades mo. Something like that. Okay, which happened before. Okay, so now, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. I wanna talk about XRP. So, sino yung mga nandito nung tinatry ko i-predict yung XRP, guys? Okay, kasi matagal na natin ito pinipredict eh. Okay, we predicted this when it pumped. Okay, and we've been trying to predict this since 2024, no? So nagpump siya na sobra, no? So we were there. Okay, so parang sasabihin, nandito rin yung sa trading view, balikan nyo na lang. Okay, dito din, we were able to really navigate this pricing. Okay, so ang gustong-gusto ko lang sa nangyari dito is we are creating a lot of fake breakdowns. Okay, ito na yung punto na nag-fake breakdown siya, tapos it's trying to go back doon sa tinatawag nating channel. Okay, so yung mga maka-XRP dito, this is your time. Okay, this is your time to really think if this is the bottom. Now that we are here already, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, I called out XRP to be at the bottom already. Okay, kung ito ang titingnan natin, itong channel lang na to, sige, hatakin natin yung volume nito dito. Okay, when the volume started here. Okay, yan. Okay, so nakikita nyo, na-dry na yung volume, wala na siya. So, nandito na yung mata ng mga tao. They want to take profits here. Okay, so, ngayon, ito yung nagiging debate ng mga tao. Gusto nila makapasok tayo sa channel ulit na kung saan nandun yung moving averages din. Okay, pero ito yung nakakatakot lang is kung tama din yung MACD natin at tama din yung sinasabi na aggregated volumes natin, okay, isa lang ayaw talaga sumunod sa atin is yung RSI, logarithmic. Okay, nag-overheat agad siya, wala pa nga tayo doon sa moving average, which is very dangerous. Okay, why? It's because moreover, more times, okay, na pag every time that we, okay, try to go bottom, okay, pag naglalaro na yung price dito sa taas, tas nagsa-sideways lang yung price natin, okay, ang nangyayari is we either go prolonged or we crash. Okay? Yun lang yung problema sa atin dyan. Okay? Ito pa yung isa pang ayaw ko. Pag nag-overheat to at yung price natin nandito pa rin sa danger zone natin na tinatawag na nasa ilalim. Okay, di ba? So kung kanina nag-call na ako ng bottom dito sa 2.40, okay, what happens is the price, okay, will slow dump, okay, which is a painful death. Okay, but also it will prophesize a double bottom sa liquidity, which is going to be super bullish nevertheless. Okay, so meron na tayong guide. So ito nga, di ba, kung meron tayong ganito, okay, what happens is nagsislow dump siya. So meron tayo na naman, okay, baka mag-slow dump tayo, pero of course mag-aangat muna to sa 2.7 tsaka to babagsak. Okay, so tama naman yung naging chart natin dito. Hindi lang natin na-predict tong, of course, yung flash crash. Hindi mo natin kaya yon. Okay, but I'm just telling you guys, okay, with our prediction with XRP, okay, hindi na ito bago. Lagi naman ito sinasabi sa inyo guys. Okay, balik tayo sa profile ko para mahanap natin yung XRP natin. Okay, hindi pa rin ako nagdadagdag ng iba pang prediction natin sa XRP. Boom, boom, check, check, check. Okay, now, okay, we were expecting that we were gonna pump. Nag-pump naman, pero pinalik tayo dito. Okay, so the question is, what kind of Fibonacci is this already? Sige, balikan natin. Okay, so ngayon, sabihin natin, susundin lang natin kung saan tayo nag-flip. Okay, which is itong blue circle natin. Tinatago ko lang to sa mga ibang lives ko. Nandyan lang talaga yan. Ngayon ko lang siya tinurn on kasi I think we are in a very critical moment. So that's why I am going to turn it on. So since meron na tayong Fibonacci, okay, nag-try siya bumalik dito sa sa 1.9 or $2, okay, which is a critical area, no, for the previous moves. Boom, 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 di ba? Bounce up, okay. So ngayon, nag-bounce na ulit siya. Ito lang yung kinakatakot ko, na sa susunod na i-touch pa niya, baka bumalik tayo na laylayan, which is sa 0.8, okay. So the question is, what are the chances na makabalik tayo ng 0.8? Okay, that's gonna call for a bear market, okay, for us to really crash the XRP back to this level. You are calling for a massive bear market, which is a 2-year bear market cycle. Okay, because nangyari na yan sa XRP. Okay, 2017, we were able to really crush the XRP. Okay, marami nagsasabi na hindi yan babagsak, etc. Okay, so 2017 boom, okay, tas boom, okay, balik na dito ha. Okay, so lang guys ha. Saan ba yan? Punta tayo dito sa... Ay, hindi kaya. Wait. Yan. Yan. Okay. So, dito, bandayan natin tong... Ito. Yan. So, 2017. Okay. So, marami nagsasabi nung... Ito na yung ngayon eh. Parang ganito na yung situation ngayon. Okay. May last leg up pa tayong iniintay. Okay. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko na kung mag-wish ka na bumagsak to, okay, you're calling for a 2-year bear market cycle. So, dito din, kung nag-wish ka na bumagsak to, you're calling in for a 2-year bear market cycle. So, anong nangyari? Hindi lang 2 years. 1, 2, 3. 3 years. Okay, tsaka siya nag-relieve. Okay, since yung narrative natin hindi nakafocus sa XRP at sa mga institutional base infrastructure, strong or core infrastructure, hindi siya nag-pump ng sobra. Okay? So kaya yung mga nagsasabi sa comment section na mga XRP kayo and tagal-tagal na ng XRP hindi pa rin nag-pump samantalang yung Solana ganito, etc. etc. You don't know marketing. You don't know fundamental aspects. You don't know crypto rotation. Okay? That XRP was not part of the rotation when the market is already pumping back in 2021. Okay? Why? It's because one, everyone is trading derivatives on XRP during that time. Okay? And there was no hard XRP marketing during that time. Okay, why? Is because all of our money, okay, majority of the money is not flowing into important assets. Okay? Nagpo-flow sila, okay, doon sa narrative base. Hindi sila sa important or yung long-term assets. Lahat is on risk talaga. Kung within cryptocurrency, I don't see XRP as risk but rather a long-term hold. Okay? Same thing with ADA Cardano. Same thing with BTC, XMR, BCH, Litecoin or LTC, etc. etc. Or ito yung tinatawag na core, okay, infrastructure na meron talagang ginagawa. Okay? Na meron talagang pinapasahod. May sahuran. Okay? May pinapasahod na dev, may pinapasahod na talagang data scientist, may pinapasahod na engineer, etc. etc. So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo guys na you really don't understand something pag ang bilis mong sabihin na hindi nag-pop kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. Okay. No one even did pause to understand, oh, what's the Fibonacci? Why did it stop there? Okay, 618, boom. Kaya siya nag-dump ulit, okay? For another 2 years, okay? 2022, 21, 22, 23, 24, boom. Ngayon, hindi ka na naman nakasakay. Ngayon, nag-habol ka na nandito. Ngayon, tagal na naman siya. Okay? So, what are the chances, okay, Sir Oso, na ang inuulit ka is ito? Okay? Wait ka lang, 2017 to 2018. Wala pa nga yung solid 1 year. Okay, mag-iintay ka lang ng ilang buwan. Okay, probably 6 months, probably 9 months. Okay, so mula dito, to January. Wala pa tayong full blast, full year para kabahan ka na pagdadump to. Okay, so malay mo, Sir Oso, mali yung chart mo. Oo nga, baka nga. Okay, kasi baka ito na yan. Okay, pwede natin i-adjust kung gusto mo. Diba? Yan. Baka ito yan. Okay? Baka mali ako. Diba? So, pwede natin sabihin ganyan. Dito. So, ito. Kasi diba, nagtagal siya dito eh. So, malaki yung chances na ganyan. Or, okay, tama talaga yung kanina. Kasi bakit? Yung Fibonacci yung nagsasabi na wala pa tayo doon. Okay, so dun ko din sasabihin sa inyo na ang BTC natin ay nakapeg din as well dun sa price ni XRP. Okay, why? It's because may tinatawag tayong on-chain data. Okay, so ngayon marami tayong makikita mga indicators dito. Okay, big shoutout kay Ramil OFW, mga tiga OFW, big shoutout sa inyo guys. Meron tayong 41 viewers. Big shoutout kay Anime Forever. Okay, so sa XRP, sa mga other Cardano, etc. Okay, you should be looking ways on how to really add those by not adding capital. Okay, I don't know how you will do it. Okay, but basically how I do it is only to stake them. Okay, ito yung mga assets na you just don't wanna talk about it anymore. Okay, because it's just gonna be there. Nevertheless, pag-usapan o hindi, nandyan siya. Okay? Hanggang hindi nagsasara yung kumpanya sa likod niya, nagsasalita yung CEO niya, diba? Sabi natin Charles Hoskins. Nandiyan naman siya, madaldal pa rin naman siya eh. Diba? Wala naman nagbago. Just stake it. Yung ADA Cardano ko, ang tagal na nakastake nandun. Nabigyan pa ako ng rewards. Diba? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? Meron tayong mga on-chain data, meron tayong mga tinatawag na indicators, price indicators, etc. Very important, okay? So ngayon, I want to talk about the fear greed muna. The fear greed index, okay? Meron tayong fear greed index eh. Boom. Okay? Yeah. Naglalag yung screen natin. Okay. So meron tayong fear greed index. Okay. So sa fear greed natin, kung titignan nyo maigi, okay, nag-orange na tayo ulit. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka na ang move natin is nasa ibabaw pero nag-orange na tayo? It's either we're doing this for a last leg up, okay, Pero hindi, bakit tayo nagtatagal na may yellow muna, tapos fear, greed, etc. Fear, tapos greed, tapos fear. Okay? Gets nyo? So, middle, tapos fear, tapos greed. Gets nyo? We don't usually get those. Okay? Unless we are at the levels of this one. Okay? So, maraming magsasabi, sir, kasi hindi mo na naman alam na ata yung sinasabi mo. Bakit ka magsasabi na nandito tayo kung nandito na tayo sa ibabaw? It's because nandun ka sa stigma na nanggaling ka dito. It's very normal. That's human psychology. Okay? It's okay. Okay? Kahit ako yun yung iniisip ko. Pero what I always think is always the retail mindset. Wala naman ako million na pera para pagalawin tong market na to, para masabi ko sa sarili ko na hindi, tama talaga ako kasi yun yung una kong naisip. No. As a retail mindset, okay, at sa retail, nasa retail market pa rin ako, okay, hindi naman ako nagtitrade ng $20 million in one go sa futures, no? Hindi rin naman ako nagtitrade ng 50 million. Okay, hindi ako kumikita ng $30,000 kada utot ko ng 1 hour sa crypto. Hindi. So, retail ba rin ako? Okay, na I'm not even a shrimp. Diba? Let's be honest. Okay? That's the reason why I trust myself to the point where I don't trust myself na ito na yung top. If sasabihin ko na oo nga, baka nga ito na yung top, that's my retail mindset. I will allow it. Okay, sabihin na, I will allow my retail mindset. Yun yung sasabihin ko. Nasa top na talaga tayo. Pero if we're gonna look at data, okay, on-chain data, data metrics, sabihin natin, o kaya mga projections, etc. Ang dami nagsasabi, guys, okay, na top na tayo. Pero dito sa mga data na to, sinasabi nila, we are trying to reset the market. Okay? It's just a matter of time. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I want to be prepared. Okay, the question is, will you be there by that time? Or are you just gonna be that one person again who's gonna quit the market, no? It's very scary, okay? Na lagi ka na lang nagko-quit. Lagi ka na lang nagko-quit sa mga punto na lagi magpapump. Hindi ka ba nagtataka? Ito na yung punto na magko-quit ka na naman. Hindi ka ba napaisip na nag-quit ka dito, nag-quit ka dito, nag-quit ka dito, nag-quit ka dito, nag-quit ka dito? Na hindi, baka nag-retrace lang yan, tapos tsaka na yung babagsak ng todo. I mean, hindi ka ba nag-iisip na, yan na naman yung mindset ko na yun. Diba? I mean, I don't wanna blame you. Kasi kung dito ka palang pumasok sa 2021, it's fine. Kung dito ka palang pumasok, mas fine. Let's be holistic and be nice to you. Kasi kung hindi ako magiging nice sa'yo, katulad ng iba pang mga guru dyan na i-ridicule ka, hindi ka gaganahan mag-crypto. Since bago ka pa lang, kailangan mo ng gana. No? Pero, pag matagal ka na sa crypto, since 2017, or mas matagal ka pa sa akin, 2015, hindi mo na kailangan ng gana. Ito na buhay mo. Diba? Kalimutan mo na yung gana. Ito na buhay mo. Okay? Maging ano ka na, magpakatotoo ka na sa sarili mo. Diba? Lagi ka na nagkukwit. Since 2016 ka pa dito, 2015 ka pa dito, magkukwit ka na naman. Mahirap yun. Diba? Hindi ko alam kung ano magpapastay sa'yo dito. Sama mo jowa mo, hindi ko alam. Okay? Or, waka YouTube mo, tapos mahiya ka sa sarili mo, hindi ka nagla-live. Parang ganoon. Hindi ko alam. Gawa ka ng paraan para magstay ka dito. Okay? Pero pinaka the best is huwag kang gumawa ng dahilan. Okay? Gumawa ka na lang. Gawin mo na lang. Yan yung masasabi ko sa inyo. Okay? Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Even though no one's looking. Okay? Because someone's looking at you. Kahit di mo nakikita, hindi mo nalalaman. Kahit di ka naniniwala, wala siyang paki sa'yo. Okay? Kung hindi ka naniniwala, it's just looking at you. Okay? Because he knows you. One day, maniniwala ka din. Parang ganun. Okay. So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, guys. Okay. So, may mga iba't iba tayo. Ang pinaka-favorite ko dito is yung beam. Okay. Yung beam natin is very, very speaking a lot of volumes. Okay. So, how do you really read this? Okay. May tinatawag kasi tayong, so also parang babagsak na yan, magi-green na yan, Oo nga parang ito na nga yan, no? So parang ito na nga rin yun, no? Nagi-green na siya, magi-green na siya. So ibig sabihin magdidip na siya. Hindi natin alam yun. Okay, but oftenly, lagi na naman natin nakikita, never pa yan nag-flip. Okay? Pero hindi ka ba nagtataka? Baka kasi iniisip mo ganito kalalim, Hindi ka ba nagtataka na yung app natin sobrang liit lang? Oh, ano ba to? Ano ba tong triangle na to? Okay, ano ba tong trend line na to? Ano ba tong flat base na to? Hindi ka ba nag-iisip na sobrang lapit na nito? Okay? Ito yung metrics niyan, nandito. So pag pumasok yan dito sa levels na to, ito, since nag-yellow na siya, pag nag-green na yan dito, tataas yung level ng confidence ng mga tao. Okay, to signal that this is a green buying zone. And everyone is not gonna believe that, especially retail. Okay? So there are 3 types of zones here in BEAM. Okay? The BEAM indicator or the Bitcoin Economic Adaptive Multiple yata. Okay, sabi dito. Oh yes. Okay, so meron tayong 3 zones or 3 types of zones here. Okay, so green buy zone, red sell zone, or yung gray hodl zone. Okay. So ang pinaka-importante dito is yung gray hodl zones, or it begins in 8 months before the end of 8 months of each and every or after each halving events. Okay, so hodl Bitcoin. Okay, may boom. Ito hodl. Okay. So yung next na pinaka-importante dito is yung red sell zone. Okay. Which is yung value of 0.96 or higher sell Bitcoin. Okay, so katulad na ito, boom. Red sell zone. Okay. So when do you really want to sell? Yung sa red sell zone ba? Hindi, di ba? It is just letting us know that ito yung behavior ng tao. Okay, ito yung red sell zone, yung sa taas. Ito, hindi itong mga beads na to. Ito yung sell zone, okay? Behavior lang to, hindi to indicator na nagsasabi na, ito, dapat ito yung gawin niyo. No, this is to tell you guys that this is the behavior of the people during at that price. Okay, kasi nung nandito yung price, sabi natin, anong price na to? 2017. Bakit mas mababa to kung pricing pala to? Diba? Mahirap siya sabihin na ito yung indicator nyo to tell, or a strong indicator to tell you guys na, sell ka na. Hindi. This is the behavior. Okay? Human psychology. Okay? What the people think and what the people do when they think. Okay? So ngayon, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. May formula to eh. Okay? So hindi na natin para pag-usapan yun. Hindi naman tayo data scientist. Hindi naman tayo mathematician. At hindi naman tayo magpapanggap dito na kaya natin i-calculate yun. Okay? Pero ang gusto kong sabihin sa inyo is may isa pa akong indicator na talagang binabasa dito. Is power of law ba yun? Ito, daily RSI. Tingnan nyo ito guys. Ito, simpleng daily RSI is saying that right now we are 35. Yung pinaka-lowest natin nung kamakailan is nag-29 tayo. Bumagsak tayo 29. Okay, when the BTC was at the price of 103, 104. No? Actually, mas mababa pa dyan. Nag-record low siya ng 23. Pero hindi na siya nag-record kasi nag-close siya sa above ng 29. Okay. So, just to like really zoom that in. Okay, zoom in natin siya. Boom. Okay. Meron tayong close na 29 and meron tayong close na 34. Okay, meron din tayong 32. So, when the price, okay, since hindi nga siya nag-record, pero kung nag-record yon, since hindi naman tayo naka-pro, okay, we saw that. Okay, pero yung totoong RSI value, okay, is showing us a divergence. Paangat na siya. Ito pababa. So, lower low, higher low, or open low. Tapos dito, higher low to lower low. Okay? So, yan na. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dito. Okay? So, ngayon, pag tinignan natin to sa malamig kasi dito guys. Okay. Pag tinignan natin to sa ito yan. Ito din yan. Okay. Tinignan nyo. Grabe to. Ang lalim na ito. Or 25. Or tuloy. Nasa 25 siya. 25.70. Actually, nag 24.23 siya. Yan. 24.23. So, nung nag-cross siya, doon ako nag-call. Okay, sakto-sakto na nag-107, 300. Pero nung nasa biyahe ako, nagbabike ako, 106 na siya. Pero anyways, hindi ko siya na-shot call ng sobrang aga. Hindi naman yun yung punto ko doon. Ang punto ko doon is bumili tayo ng Ethereum, bumili tayo ng Bitcoin, nag-cash in tayo. Okay? And that is to just pledge na talagang tinitrade natin yung sinasabi ko. Okay, hindi tayo basta sabi-sabi lang na ito. Kahit hindi naman, okay, sinasabi ko lang. Okay, so now, may mga news tayo, okay, and I will admit my defeat here na natalo tayo sa trade natin sa Binance. Okay, hinabol kasi natin yung Binance narrative. Okay, so what does the Binance news says? Okay, this is very important. Okay, why? Because nakaka-experience po sila ng significant ecosystem growth na katulad nung sa Solana. Okay, so what does that really mean? Okay, does that really says something? Okay, I think this is just rotation. Okay, ito yung chismis chan, guys. Okay, there's no new money specifically from retail. Okay, because all of their money that was lost is just trying to get it back. So wherever the popularity is, kung nasan yung trend, nandun sila. Okay, so the chain maintains, okay, a fast and affordable transaction, of course, and nakakadagdag pa yung price ni BNB to hold above 1,000 is a really good marketing. And especially CZ is keep on talking about specific assets like Aster. Okay. So, pangalawa, may isa pa tayong news. Okay, the market is really transforming already into something far more like 2021 P2E version pero naka-airdrop. So, meron tayong cryptocurrency airdrop na nag-evolve beyond the traditional models. Okay, so hindi na nakaka-keep up yung traditional models natin. Wherein sa sobrang daming airdrop na pinamimigay, we don't even know what is the real money there. When I say what's the real money, if this is just like repetitive money, umiikot lang, tapos we're just trying to use it for marketing, etc. And they're gaining more money from marketing, etc. So ang daming dynamics or ang daming mga criteria natin kailangan tignan kung saan ba nanggagaling talaga yung pera na pinamimigay nila. Okay, hindi ko sinasabing masama. Okay, ang sinasabi ko dito is this is going beyond the traditional models, which is really good because nag-evolve yung ways natin para kumita dito sa cryptocurrency. Hindi lang basta pag-airdrop, etc. You know, we are also trying to push the traditional marketing na nagbabayad ng marketing at yung mga taong addict sa SEO to study. Okay, to study cryptocurrency because of the airdrops that we do here. Okay, so yun lang yung chismis doon. So, meron tayong mga IDOS network, di ba? IDOS network, tas Monad, di ba? Ang ganda nung naging run nila. Tapos, ang dami ding airdrops. So, there are some na negative din, which is yung frustrations about farm and dump, di ba? Culture na nangyayari, which is parang sa P2E, di ba? Ganun na ganun din. Ganun din sa NFT, di ba? So, hindi na makahabol yung mga traditional models natin because of this kind of cultures too as well. Probably this is one of the main reason, okay, na tinutukoy nila. But leading to a new distribution methods, of course, and also to improve the system, no? Kung bakit gumaganda din yung farming dito sa sa airdrops. Okay? Kasi tumatalino tayo each day, no? Hindi lang tayo basta farm tapos boom, dadump na lang. Okay, medyo napapatanong na tayo because of Binance na pag finarm natin baka biglang umangat to katulad ni Aster, di ba? Katulad ni ganito, katulad ni ganyan. Pag tinignan mo, puro na sa Binance yung mga yun. Okay. So ngayon, balik tayo doon sa mga meme coins natin katulad nito, Dogecoin. Sinasabi na, okay, 1,000 potential. And this is just 4 days ago. Or 5 days ago. Okay, sabi dito yung meme coins natin are continue to dominate the force of the crypto landscape. So this was foreshadowed by GB nung last interview natin sa kanya. Okay, and he was saying that it's gonna stay here. Okay, so I totally agree with that. Okay, with the traders divided between skepticism and enthusiasm, ang nangyayari is some platforms natin like the BitDealer are attempting to redefine the space by backing the tokens with real estates and utility. Okay, so dati diba si Shiba Inu kung bakit nawala na siya sa sentiment ng buong memes, kasi mainly sentiment lang naman yan wala naman dapat tayong fundamentals or technical analysis kasi nga shit token to. Kaya sentiment natin sa Shiba Inu kung ba't siya nawala ay kasi meron na siyang functionality, meron na siyang use case. We don't like that on a shit token. Kailangan natin is mag-shit lang siya. Ngayon, ang magandang gawin natin sa shit token is gumawa ka na isa pang token, okay? At ang pambili mo dun sa utility na yun or magamit yung utility na yun is gamitin yung shit token na yun. Sasabihin natin Shiba Inu, di ba? So, para makabili ka ng t-shirt sa akin, gamitin mo yung Shiba Inu. Ganun lang kadali. Okay, ganun din ang ginagawa ng Doge. Dapat ganun na lang din ang ginawa ng mga devs ng Shiba Inu. Huwag na silang masyadong maging matalino sa meme coin kasi meme coin siya Okay? And yun yung pinaka-marketing doon. Why did you buy Shiba Inu? Wala lang. Because it's a cute dog. That's it. That's how funny it is. Dapat sana ganun na lang. Okay? So, ngayon, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. May last news tayo, which is yung sa tokenization ng RWA assets. The 30 trillion revolution explained. Okay, hindi ko naman pininiwalaan na lahat ito bubuo sa cryptocurrency, no? So, but with the BlackRock, okay, is doing a lot of launching recently. So, nagla-launch sila ng launch its Bitcoin ETP on the London Stock Exchange following UK regulatory easing. So I think this is very bullish. Okay, mag-iintay lang talaga tayo because ang problema sa institutions is whatever they say is not true. Okay, and whatever the news about cryptocurrency coming from the institutions or main like BlackRock, if they're saying they're buying, okay, this is just like the rats trying to buy it in. Okay, to implode whatever the trade is so that they can steal that money and flow it into their pockets. Okay, so ito na yung tanong natin dito guys in the end. Okay, where the market is really trying to go. Okay, hindi man tayo hindi pa naman tayo nag-overheat. Okay, pero pag nagganito kasi siya, okay, it could cost like this. Okay. Pero babalitaan ko kayo agad. Katulad na ito. Sabi natin to. Nandito tayo. Okay. So ito. Sabi natin to. Nagyento to. Okay. Bigyan siyang umangat. Pero nag-double bottom. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. First bottom. Double bottom. Boom. Okay. So dito din. Hanapin lang natin. First bottom. Double bottom. Boom. Okay. Ganun din yung sinabi ko sa inyo. Bili tayo dito. Okay. Pangit siya sa alts. No? Pero good siya for Bitcoin. Okay. Dito, good for alts, good for Bitcoin. Okay, but the question is, dito na ipapanganak yung mga totoong assets na magaganda talaga. Sabi natin, kung nakabili ka ng Merl dito, naku, ang ganda ng price mo for Merl. Okay, sabi natin dito, kung nakabili ka dito sa for Pendle dito, boom, ganda ng Pendle price mo dito. So, ganun yung sinasabi natin. But anyways, okay guys, kung wala na kayong mga tanong, please, do like and share, subscribe. And pasensya na naputol yung live natin kanina. But again guys, chismis lang lahat ng yun. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuhin at ilusan. Nang sa gayon, ang lahat na to ay ating makamtan. At syempre, of course guys, stay awesome. Goodbye guys. Thank you so much again. Big shoutouts kay Ian Lim, Anime Forever, kay Ramil, big shoutouts kay Overflow, kay Big Fella, big shoutouts kay 62 Kid, 888, kay Dax, kay Nolay, big shoutouts kay Kirk Andrulao sa admin natin, kay Dax, big shoutouts, kay Lons, kay Zenmind, big shoutouts sa inyo guys. And of course guys, thank you so much and kita-kits tomorrow, okay? Good night.